All right, now we're on to Module 4, almost through midpoint, but we're looking at relationships. Both Chapter 8 and 10 are going to be talking about relationships. And we do a lot of research with relationships, and it is not the cause. So a lot of times in research articles, so you're going to be looking for your topic, and you're going to, keywords to put in there is maybe relationship between, depending on what you're looking at. So I love the studies on breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is connected with higher IQs for infants, but it is a relationship. It is not causation. So although we notice that mothers who breastfeed commonly have kids with higher IQs, is that really the breastfeeding, or is it because mothers who breastfeed maybe have different behaviors and maybe push academics a little bit more, maybe do early education a little bit more than mothers who don't? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there because sometimes, you know, people read studies and hear relationships and they're like, oh, well, if you do this, that equals that. That's not true. It's just a link to it. And you can also run multiple regressions. So a lot of times in the news, you'll hear little fun facts that they pull from relationship data. One that came out recently, or some of my colleagues did, was they analyzed NIH research, big NHANES data sets, and they went through them and they looked at the relationship between having a pet and cardiovascular disease. And I thought it was kind of interesting because what they found is there's no significant difference except for having a cat and blood pressure had a relationship, that you were more likely to have lower blood pressure if you had a cat. Fun fact, that doesn't mean, you know, everyone needs to go out and buy a cat. Well, some people do, but it's just a relationship, and it's kind of interesting. It makes you go, huh, well, there is a relationship there. Maybe there's more there. So read those chapters and have a quick quiz over them. This is the first kind of area that when you read research, you're gonna have to find 2 articles this week. They have to be correlation research, so be careful on this. You find 2 articles, they have to be correlation. And again, the key would be putting the relationship between sedentary behavior and TV time. That might be some of your interest for those people who are looking at obesity. So think about those things that might help you when you search. Again, use our databases at Concordia. They will help you. That's the type of research you need. You're going to have to dig for a little bit to find them. You're not going to, the first article you pull up, I bet, will not be a correlational study. And you even have to read. It's not going to say correlational study. I wish we could search by that, but I haven't figured that one out. But a lot of times when you put the word relationship, it helps. And then this week, I also, for your assignment, I want you to find different types of resources on your topic. So you're gonna have to find a book, you're gonna have to find some different articles out there, some online information. There's a lot of good .org sources that you could use as backup, maybe some data sources that you need. But you have to find those sources, and you're going to also have to put them in APA format. So I'm going to be really tacky on this. Make sure that you put it in APA. If you're struggling a little bit, reach out to library resources. I advocate for Purdue OWL because it's pretty easy to navigate through there and find the examples on books, on web pages, on non-authored articles, like how do you reference those? There is a way to do that, or stuff without a date. There's a certain protocol for that. So that's your challenge this week for your assignment and your discussion, and you're making it through chapters 8 and 10 and taking that quiz. So reach out to me if you need me. Otherwise, we will see you in a week.